guys, so this video is going to be me talking a little bit about my first semester of nursing school. It's officially over, I made it, and yeah, I couldn't be any happier. One down, three more to go. So without further ado, let's get started. So first I want to say that within my first semester I made a lot of really good friends. My cohort got really close, and I remember the first day of school they said, you know, you're gonna find friends that are gonna be the friends for the rest of your life. You're gonna meet amazing people, and it's really true. I did meet some really great people this semester. So with my nursing school, we start clinicals our first semester, and my first semester clinical was on a diabetic renal floor, and I can make a whole video about my first semester clinicals and like all the stuff that I got to do. Sorry, I'm talking really fast. The main thing I want to say is that this semester in clinical, I was able to be more confident in myself. Sometimes I beat myself down, and I'm just a little shy when it comes to new things, especially because I'm a nursing student. Like, I'm not even a nurse yet, and this was the first time I'd ever been in a hospital. But like, people expect you to be confident in yourself and know what you're doing. So I think that by the end of the semester, I was really confident in what I was doing. A little tip I have is that depending upon how your clinical instructor does things, my clinical instructor assigned us to one patient and one nurse, the nurse who had that patient. So some people would just work with that one patient for the day, which I did the first day, but I had a lot of time that I just wasn't really doing anything. So I decided that I would follow I decided that I would follow around that nurse for the whole shift. That way I got to see, you know, every single patient that nurse was attending to, which was a really great decision on my part. I know a lot of nursing schools might do that inherently, but mine didn't. If you get a nurse that will let you follow them around the whole shift, I say go ahead and do it. That way you get a lot more experience. Like, I was able to see, we're not allowed to do IVs yet, but I got to see them hang an IV, prime an IV, do all that kind of stuff. Injections, all kinds of things that we're not allowed to do our first semester, but I got to see, kind of prepare myself for that situation. So I already have an area primed in my head about what it's like. So yeah, that was my clinical experience. As for the school part, definitely learned how to prioritize my time. And I think that was the scariest part. My study habits were really good coming into the program, but when it came to finals, oh my God. I had five finals in a row, and one of them was the head-to-toe assessment that we had to perform on a patient, which is like our lab partner. So we had them 5 days in a row, and for that I wish I would have studied the week before, started studying like I normally do, but I just, at that point I was like, whoop, don't care. But I mean, I still did really good on the finals. I just wish I would have, you know, started studying a little bit sooner, but that's okay. You would be really surprised. Right now it's kind of crazy to think about how much I've actually learned this semester, and you know, I know how to do a full assessment, and I know that doesn't sound like a lot, but when you're thinking about doing a head-to-toe assessment on somebody and you have to think about all of the abnormals and what the abnormals mean, what the signs are for those, you're not just learning the normal stuff. I think it's, you know, it's a lot. So I would say that's my biggest accomplishment. As far as summer plans, I have to take 18 credit hours this summer. They're not nursing classes. I kind of wish they were, but they're not. They're just classes that my particular school makes you take. I have to take 2 languages, and then weird learning community things that are kind of hard to explain, but I have to take those. Also plan on doing my NCLEX booklet. I do have one, and I'm just gonna practice little by little of those and pre-study before the next semester, especially for pharmacology, because I heard that is crazy. And also I want to make more YouTube videos, not only nursing ones, but also for other things that I have interest in. Now, something that I learned this semester also is that if you want to be a nurse, you really need to be a personable person. You know, you need to be able to talk to people. You need to you need to be a nice person because people are going to be communicating with you back and forth, and you're going to be communicating with the doctors, the PT, the OT, and to have good communication, to build good relationships, you know, because the nurse is essentially the coordinator between everybody. So you need to have good communication skills, which I'm still working on. I think I've gotten a lot better, like I said. So this semester of classes, I had 4 classes. Was it 4? I had pathophysiology, I had health assessment across lifespan, and that had a lab portion. I had, oh my gosh, when you can't even remember. I had concepts of nursing, which I think a lot of nursing schools don't have that. I had concepts, and then I had fundamentals. Yeah, so patho, health assessment, concepts, and fundamentals. The easiest of those was concepts and fundamentals. And concepts, you're learning about the ethics and all the nursing groups and just, you know, basic terminology. And fundamentals, you're learning the fundamentals of nursing, you know, basic procedures. That part was also our clinical. And then pathophysiology, which was my favorite class. A lot of people didn't like it, but it's basically physiology, but you know, with diseases and disease processes and stuff like that. And then health assessment, we also had a lab portion, and like in the name it says health assessment. It's basically how you learn how to assess people from all various age groups, developmental levels, and you learn how to do a head-to-toe assessment, basically, is what you get out of that class. So I would definitely say that although patho is my favorite, it was the hardest, and health assessment was probably the second hardest because my teacher wanted you to know front to back of that book. The classes I took this semester, genuinely feel like I learned a lot from them. Next semester I have, let's see what I have. Okay, so next semester I have concepts of mental health of nursing, pharmacology interventions, health informatics, and fundamentals, which is also known as the art and science of nursing 2, and that's what we have our clinical in. So I think that I'm most excited for probably the mental health aspect. I think that's really interesting. I kind of wish we had our clinical through that class, but that's okay. So really quickly, I want to talk about my other videos, my other nursing videos. I want to say thank you for all the support and the positive comments that I read on there. I've tried to respond to as many as I can. If I haven't responded, I'm not ignoring you. Yeah, thank you so much for all the support and all the positive comments that I read. It's really great to have people that are going through the same thing as you are, or people that are going to be going through the same thing that you are. I think it's awesome. As nurses, it should be and it needs to be a growing community. We need way more nurses. We need way more nursing students, as there is a giant nursing shortage. And I think it's awesome that so many of you were talking about getting into nursing school or wanting to go into nursing school. Yes, thank you for watching. I know that was kind of just like a mishmash of stuff, but I basically just wanted to fill you in and let you know that I survived my first semester. And like I said, thank you for all the positive support. And if you are in nursing school right now, tell me how it's going, tell me how it went. If you're going to be applying to nursing school or if you're starting in the fall, good luck, and I hope you study hard. And the next video that I'm going to be putting up is the top nursing essentials to succeed in nursing school. So yes, until next time, bye!